But let me know if I'm right or if I'm missing something there, because I feel like that's what it was. Hey guys, it's Amanda. I've spoken about the cultural differences between the USA and the UK, so when I came across this video comparing the USA to Europe, I had to watch it. It's mental to think, well, I'm assuming that they are going to be comparing a whole continent, which is around 50 countries, to one, the USA. But it just goes to show how different the States really is. Now, some of the differences that I can think of from the top of my head are smaller food portions and an overall better dress sense from the Europeans, of course. But remember to leave your recommendations in the comments, and if you haven't already, head over to my Instagram at LadyRayUK and give me a follow. I'm always posting about my life, whether it's gym videos or photo shoots that I've done, so let's connect on there. I try to respond to all of my messages and comments.
The USA and Europe are similar in size, population, standard of living, and lifestyle. But as an American myself, after spending more than 1 year of my life in Europe and visiting every single country on the continent, there are some major cultural differences that need to be addressed. Bonjour! Disclaimer, I know it's impossible to group Europe into one category. So these are general realizations that may not exist in every European country. Here are 18 cultural differences that Europe has over the USA. Second bourgeois en Paris. 1. Pay to use public toilets. It's not free to pee or do your business in public. You have to pay usually €1 to use the bathroom, even if it's just to wash your hands. 2. Water is not free. When you order...
That definitely took some getting used to because I didn't always have change on me. However, I think some of them are contactless now. I feel like I remember being in London last time when they did have contacts for your card, but I could be wrong. But in the US, toilets are free generally. But then again, there isn't always someone cleaning them or restocking the toilet paper. So you get what you pay for.
Water in a restaurant, it usually comes in a tiny glass bottle and costs €2 to €5. They love sparkling water too, so make sure to tell them you want still water. Can I get a still water, please? Travel tip, carry around an empty water bottle and fill it up in sinks or public fountains. It's all purified. 3. Every city has history. In America, we don't have much to talk about before the 17th century. In Europe, some castles are 500 years older than the US even became a country. 4. They drive less. Public transportation.
I know I've said it a million times in my videos, but that is one of my favorite things about living in Europe. The castles, the cathedrals, just walking along history, even the roads. I just find it so incredible. I really do. I absolutely love it.
Is everywhere and efficient in Europe, and most cities are pedestrian and bike friendly. There's really no need for a car, and gas is too expensive anyways. 5. Sports are not a family affair.
Public transportation here is brilliant. It's so easily accessible, and things aren't generally as spread out as they are in the US. Like if you got on a bus where I'm from in Pennsylvania, you'd be on it for a good hour to get anywhere worth going. Unless you're in a major city, public transportation is pretty much non-existent, and bike paths, no. I mean, there's been so many put in the city where I live that cost thousands of pounds. It's crazy, but they're always putting new ones in. So it is very accessible to people that don't have a car.
In the States, we pregame and drink beers and tailgate for sports games with our families and friends. In Europe, sports aren't such big events, except for soccer, which they love. 6. Smaller food portions. This is the size of a normal meal in
He just said soccer. I bet he got loads of comments for that. It is football, my friend.
Europe. And this is a standard Coke. Also, ketchup is not free and comes in glass bottles. Seriously? 7. Cigarettes are fashionable. They aren't so looked down upon among Europeans either. I guess they don't have the DARE program in Europe. In other words, smoking equals cool. 8. They dress nicer. They don't just throw on basketball shorts, a university t-shirt, and sandals. Sup, dude? They always dress to impress. And about those haircuts. 9. They can speak multiple languages.
Yes, if you compared the average American to the average European, the European would win hands down. Just overall better dress sense. I don't know why we always get fashion last. Like, it doesn't matter where you are in the States, really. I guess if you lived in like New York City and maybe Los Angeles and California, you might get things a bit quicker. But it's such a massive difference. And I'm trying to remember, some of my friends always tell me that it's so easy to spot an American tourist. And I think it has to do with baseball caps, socks with sandals, and maybe like a university t-shirt or something. I don't know. I can't remember. But everyone's always like, you stick out like a sore thumb. You don't even need sore thumb?
Almost.
A sore thumb. Like you don't even need to say anything. But let me know if I'm right or if I'm missing something there, because I feel like that's what it was.
It's not uncommon to meet Europeans who speak 4, 5, or 6 languages fluently.
This beer is very good. Das Bier ist ausgezeichnet. To pivo je výborný. Je to pivo očem vkusné. To pivo je veľmi dobré.
10. They recycle more. Metal cans.
Culturally, as a whole, I don't think learning multiple languages is maybe not as important, but it's not as pushed so much as it is in Europe. I feel like sometimes Americans may learn a language, but like me currently, I'm learning Spanish and I'm teaching it to the girls, and they are picking it up so fast. But that is what they say, isn't it? The younger you start, the easier it is to learn it. And that is so true. Like, I wish that I would have started younger, because I think it's so important to know more than just one language, more than English. It just opens up so many doors for you.
Plastic, paper, bottles. Europeans recycle more and take better care of their environment. In Germany, the government incentivizes you with 25 cents for returning an empty bottle. Empty water bottles can make you rich in Germany. Many Americans seem to throw trash on the streets without thinking about the consequences. 11. Coins actually matter. Don't lose your euros. This handful of coins is 20 euros or 24 US dollars. If these were quarters, it'd be about $3. See the difference? 12. Toilets have 2 buttons.
Yeah.
This makes a lot more sense, right? Big ones for poop, small ones
really
for pee,
does.
to save a lot of water every flush. Also, bathroom sinks are tiny. It's like for little kids.
Yeah, they can be.
13. Electric cars. It's more and more common to drive small electric cars in Europe. Once again, better for the environment. And you can pull into these parking spaces and you charge it. It's so simple. 14. Fewer trash cans. I never have this.
I actually saw a stat for this the other day, and I can't remember the exact number, so please forgive me, but Europeans have doubled the sales of electric cars compared to the United States. And I'm not really sure why that is. Maybe because Americans drive a lot of pickup trucks. Like I know they've done an electric one, but it's insane amount of money. So I don't know if maybe the average consumer just can't afford it. I don't know. I don't know what else that would be. I know electric cars are a lot of times smaller as well. So maybe Americans just don't want the smaller cars. I'm not sure. But I thought that was quite interesting. I'm like, double, that's quite a lot, isn't it?
Problem back home, but in Europe, it always seems like there's a trash can every 2 miles. But believe it or not, the streets are clean. 15. Street signs are tricky. Can't find the street sign? Look on the building. It's usually there. 16. Dinner is an all-night activity. Expect to spend 3 or more hours schmoozing and eating with your friends at the dinner table. In the US, if we wait more than 5 minutes to get our check, we talk to the manager. Don't be in a hurry if you're going to dinner with Europeans. 17. They love the outdoors. You'll notice this by seeing tons of parks and outdoor cafes all over Europe. They love their leisure time and they don't use their phones as much as we do. 18. Longer vacation. Many European countries like France have 6 or more weeks of vacation, or holiday as I call it. In the US, 2 weeks would be generous. So, what do you guys think? Did I miss anything on this list? I'd love to know your thoughts.
I mean, so for the last couple, I'd say loving the outdoors. Both countries are definitely outdoor lovers, but I do think on the whole there are a ton more open air cafes and things like that, which I absolutely love, especially in the summer. And holiday, yep. I mean, that's pretty standard. The US, some Americans don't even get it. So 6+ weeks is pretty amazing. But overall, I don't think those were like crazy. I think that list was pretty accurate, apart from like a few, like the cigs being fashionable. I don't know if that's true or not. I can't imagine it is. But maybe it is, who knows? I'm surprised like hunting or going to the pub wasn't on there, as there are such massive cultural differences. But what did you think? Did you agree, disagree? Would you add anything to the list? Let me know in the comments. And as always, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, smash that like button if that's what you're into, and I'll see you in the next video.